good morning, and good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show on this New Year's Eve, right? I can't believe it's already December 30th, 2022. Where has this year gone? And wow, uh, unbelievable. We're here on the last show of 2022. All right, so let's do a little game reset here. So it's 7:33. We're going to 8:30 now. We're going to go for an hour because there really is not much going on, if anything whatsoever. I think it seems like everybody in the tri-state area has today off. I was actually thinking maybe just taking a break today, but I want to come on and just say Happy New Year to everybody here who's been a faithful, loyal supporter of the Tri-State Traffic Show for 2022. And again, just wanted to thank everybody for all the support here. Again, we've been up since May 9th was our first show. We're 146 episodes in to this venture. First off, I want to just say a huge thank you to Jon Rocco, who's been just amazing coordinating all the weather efforts here on the channel. At first I thought it was just going to be a traffic channel, but adding weather component has certainly taken the channel even to places for this small of a channel that we are, has really taken it to the next level. And having the students over at Rutgers giving those live reports to us has really added so much to the look of the channel, the feel of the channel. So really appreciate all the work that they're doing and all the work that they're sending over the reports for my local access channels as well. So really, it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Jon. So again, thank you, sir, for helping us out here and doing all that you do. Great job, my friend. And again, we're looking for great things out of from you and from the Rutgers weather watchers there in 2023. Now, speaking of the weather, we're looking at some fairly kind of, I don't want to say mild, but for this time of the year, I've got 34, 35 degrees here in central New Jersey. That's why I'm wearing the Thomas Magnum Hawaiian shirt today, because it's going to feel like spring, as you'll see in some of the temperatures here. We'll take a check of that forecast coming up at 7:35 now. I'm going to open up the comment section here in just a couple of moments now. But again, getting back to the thanks, I want to thank my parents for all the help that they've given me for the channel, all my friends who have helped out as well with the channel in the support that they've given me, all my colleagues and everybody else that where we were working and whatever. But anyway, and especially thank all of you for watching. It's been interesting, coming into this medium, YouTube and Facebook, primarily YouTube. I think that's where we get most of our views. Has been just fantastic. It's just really a kind of an education into all of this, how all this social media stuff works. And I think it just seems to be growing and growing quicker and quicker. As far as YouTube is concerned, I even find myself watching more YouTube than you do real TV, quote unquote, so that's kind of the direction, the kind of on demand, and you can find, there's a channel for everything. I mean, there's a channel for, Hot Wheels, that you can watch. I mean, it's crazy. You can find anything, fact is, it was just using YouTube the other day to fix my bathroom sink. I mean, it's a fantastic resource in a lot of ways if it's used properly. It's also great. It's almost like a video encyclopedia. I mean, there's so many historical things that are out there as far as world events and different things, and as far as inaugurations of presidents and press conferences and again, world events, national events, so forth. So really just a great resource, YouTube, just fantastic. All right, so let's kind of put put that aside for the time being. Again, we're going for I'm going to go here about just about another 55 minutes or so. So the comment section is now open, and let me take down the banner here, and let's put up our sponsors. And again, we couldn't do any of this without our great sponsors: Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, Travels with Darley, Shaved Cave, as well as Maxim Motor Cars. And I want to bring my banner here. There we go. Yeah, couldn't do it without all of them as well. What were we doing? Oh, comments. Sorry about that. I knew I had them. Alexandra, good morning to you. Happy Friday. Happy New Year's Eve. Anna, buenos dias. Good morning to you. And John and the Weather Watcher team are amazing. Yes, they are. Absolutely do a fantastic job. You know, the students, they don't have to do this for me, you know, any way, shape, or form. And John has asked them, and they've been very gracious about doing it. So really major thanks to all the fine friends there at the Weather Watchers Club. And also, you know, I have to give a huge thanks as well to Alexander and Anna, who have been with me since day one. All your support means the world to me. So I thank you so much for always joining me here on the broadcast. So I'm not talking to myself, and all your support from the News 12 days and now into this venture, into the other on-air things that I'm doing, and some things into the future, into 2023. So again, big thanks to Anna and Alexander. All right, so let's get to it now. And quite frankly, there really is not a whole lot to get to. As you can see, our maps are fairly clean and green. I mean, about the only delay that we see here is this BQE into the Brooklyn Bridge. That's because you lose the lane. It's a long-term construction, LIE, Alfred Queens Boulevard, a little bit heavy, and the Van Wyck and Hillside Avenue. Other than that, there is not a thing happening. As you can see, the incident page is here. New Jersey is empty. We go to the city incident page. There was one thing that popped up. That's parking. Long Island. Nothing. Hudson Valley. In Dutchess County, getting some activity here. 55 West, Ramp and LaGrange. Sounds like a ZZ Top song, LaGrange. I have a feeling it was. I don't know. Crashed with injuries in 82, northbound 55. That's the LaGrange. 9D, southbound north of 84. Okay. Connecticut. Surprised they haven't found a disabled vehicle somewhere on the hutch. Or Connecticut is empty. I mean, it is just wide open. I mean, there's just nothing going on. And now as I say that, all hell is going to break loose, right? Let's check out transit. AC line arrivals up to 20 minutes late. Northeast Corridor, Jersey Ave, departure canceled due to mechanical issue. 34 departure is canceled. Pascagoula Valley, a couple canceled trains there. I'm going to keep an eye on transit here. You know, sometimes you start to see, you know, again, engineer availability, possibly. They say mechanical issues, but some of this stuff could be engineer availability. But we don't know. But I've seen this, you know, come up before as you get closer to these holidays towards the end of the year. You know, get some engineers and so forth end up calling out. But, you know, today is a regular weekday schedule. There's no holiday schedule in place for transit. Let's continue on now. Path, talking about the elevators. Nothing going on there. I doubt that there's any test lifting today. I think that would have been in the list already here at 742. We've got multiple changes on the E line. EF running with delays, all directions, planned electrical maintenance in Queens. Wow, that is just mass chaos. I don't know how anybody can sort all this out. Southbound E trains will end at 2nd Avenue on the F line. It's a skill to navigate the New York City subway system. There's no question about that. NW and the N and the W trains are running delays. Move the train mechanical story at Ditmars Boulevard. Let's see. Long Island Railroad, we are good. Harlem line 1015 because the speed restrictions are real. A crossing gate issue between Valhalla and Hawthorne. Let's check out SEPTA. We don't really do much in SEPTA because for the most part, most of the time, it's usually good. And that continues to be that way. We just had one little alert here at the airport. No, nothing there. All right, so we've got 7:44. We'll go to the Weather Center here in about 30 seconds, but let's check out southern New Jersey first. So 55 AC Expressway, Route 9, Parkway, Cape May, Wildwood, Sea Isle City is good. Even 55 Deptford, Philly, Mount Laurel, 295. Again, everything is just completely wide open here, friends. I mean, there's just not there's just not a whole heck of a lot going on whatsoever. 202, 206, 78, 287, Route 80, Route 46, Northwest Jersey, 3 in Hamburg, Sussex, 284. I mean, North Jersey, Bergen County, Passaic County, 287, 208, 17, and the Parkway, Route 4, Route 80, 280, Parkway here in East Orange. Even the Turnpike is empty all throughout Union. I was just pressed to call it any kind of traffic. So, with that said, let's head over to the Weather Center for Mr. Rocco's forecast for this upcoming weekend. So, very mild holiday weekend, rain showers by Saturday evening and into Saturday night. Temperatures remain mild through most of next week. Now, speaking of the temperatures, again, we are about an hour behind with our temperature map, but you can see how much milder things are this morning than they were even earlier in the week. And certainly, a week from, well, can't really say that a week ago, we were in the mid 50s or whatever, and then just cratered. But you can see Newark at 41, already at 48 in Central Park. Again, that's 651, not 751. So these temperatures will update here in about 10 minutes time. We can check in with that as well. Kennedy at 38, 37 in Teterboro, 44 at LaGuardia. Still a little cool out there at Kabreski with some fog and some mist at 28 because the humidity is fairly sky high, as Jigsaw sang back in 7 or something like that. Anyway, so let's go back to our forecast now. So going to be looking at some golden sun here. Now we have sunrise was just upon us here about 15 minutes ago, give or take. So definitely bring along the sunglasses for the ride. I think today is probably going to be the best day out of the entire weekend. We'll take a look at the green lights across the board for your morning commute. So we're in good shape. So is the evening commute. Everything is rolling along very, very nicely for later on. Is all good here for 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. Let's take a look at our temperatures. I mean, this is like spring-like temperatures. I mean, it is just crazy how warm it's going to be. I still think that maybe just depending on how quick it warms up, that I don't know, we may see a 60 spot somewhere around the tri-state area. it's certainly possible that we do see a 60. We're going to get damn close to it today. So it is going to feel like early April, mid April, getting close to the definitely upper 50s across the board. There's really no deviation in those temperatures. Maybe Cape May cooler near the shore with the sea breeze. Oop, sorry about that. Had it on mute. Talking to myself, literally. Um, where am I going? Anyway, so mid to upper 50s today. So it's going to be gorgeous. Get out, enjoy, go for a walk, a run, bike ride. If you have a convertible, you could probably just turn the heat on like medium and put down the top. I remember back in the day, I don't know if they still have it. I mean, look, a lot of people don't even make coupes and convertibles much these days, but Mercedes had the air scarf. It was in the backs of the headrest or whatever that would blow hot air from the heat from the HVAC system. So it would just kind of gently wash your neck and the back of your head and your shoulders or whatever with some warm heat. So you could put down the top. I wonder if that's still a thing. I'm not sure. Along with the heated seats, if you really were that chilly, but get out and enjoy. It can be gorgeous. Tonight, those temperatures there: 43 in Cherry Hill, 40 in Freehold, 42 in Cape May, 39 in Andover, and 43 in Islip. Take a look at the weather threats. Again, it's really tomorrow evening into, well, basically the ball drop at midnight. And it's going to end real early Sunday morning. So I'm thinking probably the time frame will be probably about 6 p.m. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. is really your best shot of showers. Again, it's going to end early on Sunday. Monday, maybe a potential for a little quick shot of rain. Tuesday looks good, and the next chance is going to be on Wednesday. Now, but take a look at this 7-day weather forecast. And again, these are temperatures, we didn't actually look at the calendar and realize that it's December the 30th into the first week of January. Again, you would be certainly nothing out of the ordinary if we were to say that this was, going into the second week of April. I mean, this is spring-like temperatures here in winter, but make a note. I mean, Mother Nature always wins in the end, and I feel like we're gonna pay for this warm weather with I don't know what, either back to that 10-degree weather or we're gonna get clobbered with snow or something. It's too much of a drastic shift in the uh, whatever. I don't know. Something. 54 for tomorrow with those showers coming in. Ends early on Sunday morning, 55, 53 on Monday, 55 on Tuesday, but then we have that thread of showers across the board on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday being the warmest of the 7-day forecast. I could certainly see somebody getting into the mid 60s on Wednesday, depending on how much cloud cover there is there. And then we kind of cool it off a little bit for the following weekend into the mid 40s. So, yeah, so that's kind of where we stand here this morning. So we'll have another check at 8:15. Also, our full sponsor check as well. Anna says, I'll take whatever scrap of warm weather I can get this time of the year. That's right. You just keep checking off the boxes until we actually get to spring, right? Just another day. It's kind of like just counting the school days for the teachers out there who are just going for those 180 to 182 days or whatever it is that they got to do for the state to verify. So, yeah, so that is where we are at. Yeah, not a whole lot of action here this morning. Just give me 1 second. Let's see now. So buttons. Uh, well, let's just take a look at that. Nothing else going on. Think about the football. Football. Um, oh, looks like the if Giants are, win and you're in. It's all in their hands here. So there's the inbound side of the Gowanus. I mean, the BQE there at Sackett in the trench, getting up to Atlantic Avenue. Heavy as usual because of the mess here, on Promenade, where you lose they've taken out the one lane, which in some ways has just created more of a traffic problem than actually keeping that much less volume off of the BQE. I don't, you know, that's from like a week ago. Uh, that's the inbound side getting past Atlantic Avenue. Again, it's not eventually, someday, somehow, somewhere, they're going to have to do something with this BQE. There's no question about that. There's the inbound Gowanus here at the ramp to the BQE, jacked up. But it's always that way. It's just, there's just a heavy ride. Now you're getting that sun glare hitting you in the eyes as well. Um, Again, you kind of maybe see from this shot, why they call it the top of the world. Once you get up on top here, it's just a flat out view, city all the way around. Say that maybe the top of the world there over the Gowanus Canal is probably similar to what the height of the Smith Street station, which is over here on the right, which is 231 feet. I believe it's still the highest subway platform in the world, not just in the U.S. but in the world. Over that Gowanus Canal. Camera there. Built, split, and merge. Huh. That camera has never worked, or I don't know if I've ever seen that one. That's the inbound Gowanus there. Well, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Let's see here. Let's see. Atlantic. Hillside Avenue. That's a train wreck too. That's a big mess. Eventually this thing will be finished with the construction. Although it just seems like it's in perpetuity here. It never seems to end the road work. As you can see it here at 87th Ave is ride. Let's see here. Building a new bridge there. Interesting. Come on, this computer. I keep saying it, but boy, this thing really just dumps out. West of Queens Boulevard. Let me just go here and refresh this. Still nothing. Up here to LIE. The LIE Yeah, look at that. Just a wall of traffic there getting into Queens Boulevard. It gets better once it's really just coming up the hill here is the problem underneath the Long Island Railroad, the overpass. That's west on the left. Yeah, it is just wow. It is just eerily quiet, right? It almost looks like a Sunday morning to a degree. I would imagine later this afternoon it's going to get fairly busy around the tri-state um, with the warm weather. So everyone's going to be getting out and enjoying. Um, to be honest with you, I don't want to say it's a good day to get the car washed, but I mean, we're getting rain tomorrow, so that'll help out. But just the salt and everything on the car from our cold weather last week and last weekend, you know, it kind of takes a bit of a toll on the. I know, Elizabeth. Thank you. No, on the car. I mean, it is just getting destroyed with the salt. But especially when it's on your like the bottom of your feet or whatever. Like if you really don't wipe your feet good on the mat, outside the front door, it's just cleaning around here yesterday, and it just gets like embedded in the carpet. Like you can't really take some effort to get it out of the carpet. Kind of crazy. As I am right now. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Facebook, YouTube, that's where we are here. We're going to go to, we'll go to 8:30 because there's just nothing going on here this morning. And yeah, 8:30 is we'll finish up here. We'll do a full sponsored check and another check of the forecast at 8:15. The final sponsor check and weather for 2022. And then we'll wrap it up at 8:30 this morning. Again, it is just nice and quiet. So again, Jersey, we'll go back to our incident pages here at the top of 8:00, and then maybe we'll jump into some sports here, kind of go through maybe some of the playoff scenarios that are possible. Let's see here. Water main break on 46 West, Rockaway Township, Main Street. That's actually getting closer to Maxim Motor Cars LLC. No, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong spot. This is Main Street too here, Route 15. That's Clinton Street. I'm sorry. That's not going to tie up anything unless for some reason they got to shut the road down. But no need to kind of walk away from that one. New York. And only one page there. Northern State East shoulder is out. Conic northbound Peekskill Hollow Road. The shoulder is out. Everything's on the shoulder. I mean, there's just nothing happening. I mean, Connecticut is wide open. We'll go to some of the Jersey cameras here, maybe. See what it looks like down in Cape May. Today would be a good day if you were had a little vacation down in Cape May. Walking around with I am assuming they still have the holiday decorations up. Where that there was a Cape May camera somewhere. I don't know. Let's see what else we can do. Here's 72 out towards Stafford up by Martin Truex Boulevard or close to it. That's fine. Actually, to be honest with you, heading down to Jenkinson's or Seaside Heights, the boardwalk, or even Wildwood, it's gonna be real nice today. Mid 50s or so. Nice little breeze on the boardwalk. Nice warm temperatures for this time of the year. Definitely get out and enjoy that. No questions about that. Well, I'll take a look at Route 3. Why not, right? Let's see what it looks like here in Lyndhurst at 17. That is good. And out, let's go out west here. 78. We'll go through Jugtown Mountain here in Bloomsbury. Fine. Sun glare, but I'm just trying to see if there's any fog out here this morning just because of the warmer conditions. Let's go through the Watchung Reservation here. Diamond Hill. It's okay. Around the corner in Summit at Glenside. That looks good. But to Route 80, we got to 94. Let's see if this camera works. I doubt it. Oh, it does. Wow, look at that. What town you call it? It's not really Blairstown, but close enough. At exit 4. Go through Warren Street. I mean, there's just nobody out there. Again, you can still see the salt that's down the road. I guess in some ways that's a good thing because, on the overnights, some places out in northwest Jersey, the last couple of nights has got below freezing. So it's been a help. No question about that. But that is all going to go by New Year's Day with our rain going to be coming in. 80 at the Parkway. There's 80 at Route 20, 80 at Route 17. That is good. As you can see, that sun. Let's see here. Anna says, quick PSA for no impaired driving. Let's all ring in the new year safely. Wonderfully said. Beautifully said there, Anna. Absolutely. You're going to be out reveling in the new year, make plans to stay over or call an Uber or, just put the keys aside. I mean, how many times do we say that? And then come Sunday, Monday morning, we hear all these horrific stories, these horrible accidents and whatever. I just don't know how people don't learn. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, maybe some people are just, so hammered completely that they just completely lose all faculties. I don't know. And then nobody really tries to stop them at times. And it's just awful. Awful. you know, just senseless stupidity. That's what it comes down to. For what? For absolutely nothing. .36 at Mountain View Way. This is out towards Sandy Hook, Highlands. I don't know if Sandy Hook is. I don't know if Anna, but I don't know if Sandy Hook the park is open today. Today's not the holiday, really. It's Monday is the federal holiday. So yeah, I wonder if they are open today. Could be nice. A nice little walk through. Sandy Hook is interesting. Those old like barracks and stuff like that. It's kind of cool that they haven't really done much with them. All right, so let's do this now. So, from what I've heard is let's see here. We will go right to USA Today. So this is how with Week 17 underway. I know there's a game last night. I don't know who was score of that was, but was this the last week of the NFL? No, there's two more games. There's two more games here. So let's see. Eagles with another win. They clinched the division. Vikings are in. 49ers are in. Those are division leaders. Tampa Bay, can you believe this? If they beat, it's unbelievable. They have to beat Carolina. They beat Carolina, and they're in with the NFC South Championship division champs. How crazy is that at 8-8? Watch Tom Brady. I'm telling you, watch Tom Brady. No question about it. You know, people are saying, you know, the divorce and this and that, and then he stayed 1 year too long and blah, blah, blah. This guy is a champion. This guy is a warrior, and he does not take no or failure for an answer. And I'm telling you, watch this guy. If they beat Carolina and they get in, he's got nothing to lose whatsoever. So our top four are in, but then there's still two more wild cards to get in as well. The Cowboys at 12-4. Can you imagine being 12-4 and being a wild card? How crazy is that? They were the first wild card if they win in week 18 and the Eagles drop the final two. The Eagles lose the next two, then Dallas could be the NFC East champion. So it looks like they are close to being in. Giants, again, one more win, and they're in the postseason. So it's either the Colts or the Eagles. So I think you got the better shot about the Colts than maybe you do the Eagles at this point. But again, it looks like Giants win and you're in. I think there's 4 wild cards now, or 3 wild cards. I'm not sure. The Commanders could be in. I guess the only two. I think Seattle is still somewhat mathematically still in it. And so are the Packers as well. So in order for the Seahawks, Sunday's loss at Carolina was blow for the Lions. Stick with will win some help. These are the teams that need help. So where's the AFC now? So the Bills are in. Kansas City is in. The Bengals are in, but whether they're the actual AFC North division champs, not sure. Dolphins, maybe. The win Sunday plus a Jets loss puts the Dolphins in. Ravens, I think, are solidly in. All they have to do is win and they're in. I think the Chargers, I think if they win, they're in as well. Somehow I think the Jets are kind of still in it. I think this is kind of what it comes down to, just slightly, is the fact that the Jets could still get in as the last wild card if they just have to win both games, which is a monumental task to say the least, playing in Seattle and playing at Miami. Only thing I guess that would help is if the other big thing is that you need the Patriots to lose both games. I think that's the way that would go, because then we'll put the Jets at 9-8. Then we'll put the Patriots at 7-10. So, yeah, because the Patriots have the tiebreaker over the Jets. So, but again, the Jets have to win both games in order to even have a thought about getting in. Maybe the Titans still have a shot at maybe in the hunt. Same thing with the Raiders, surprisingly, but uh, it's yeah, kind of an interesting kind of combo. So yeah, all right. So 813 is I apologize, Anna. I'm just seeing these comments kind of rolling in here. I had two screens. I got to look to the left over here in order to see it. So let me just come back here now. We were talking about Sandy Hook. We were talking about this here. We'll put this into map. It's really a fun, really kind of cool place to go. So Anna says it's usually open year round because there is also the Coast Guard station all the way at the end. Yes, you're correct on that. And let's see, there is talk about converting the old officer's house at the very end of the peninsula into vacation rentals. They've been discussing it for years, but it would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think it would be. Actually, it would be. And Connor, good morning to you, sir. Thanks for dialing us in. It would be interesting if there was like, again, maybe I watched too many of the cooking shows with my friend there, Walter Staub from A Taste of History. Great show. And he cooks, 18th century type food and so forth. But if they had like a restaurant or something that was out there on Sandy Hook of some type, in one of the old buildings they converted into this 17th, 18th, 19th century kind of restaurant, I think would be really kind of fun to enjoy. Let's see here. Anna says, I think that this year in the sports world, there have been so many examples of age-defying athletes, football, soccer, tennis, and baseball. Yeah. I mean, certainly Tom Brady in football and soccer. The name just escaped me. I don't really follow soccer terribly. No, who was it? It wasn't Ronaldo. It was Lionel Messi. Tennis, I don't really follow tennis. If you know any examples, throw them at me here, Anna. Baseball, Justin Verlander and whatever. I mean, you're talking guys that are in their mid 30s or whatever, and that's kind of old for baseball, right? Connor says, Shine Seed to win against the Colts to keep their playoff spot alive. Well, if they beat the Colts, they're in. So it doesn't make a difference. They just have to beat the Colts and they're in. So you don't want to face the Eagles and have to try to win that game. That's not going to be fun. So beat Indianapolis and you are in, and you can pretty much take the last game of the season off, rest, and get ready for the playoffs. Jets, again, as we just mentioned, in a different scenario there. Different scenario here for a weather pattern this morning. We are looking at some very mild temperatures, 35 degrees here already in central Jersey. Let's bring in the temperature map. Let's see if there it is. Here are some of the observations. Again, Central Park, well, it would help if you actually could see it. Central Park at 48, 41 at Newark, 31 at Teterboro, 30 in Trenton, 43 at LaGuardia, 36 at Kennedy. Let me just run down a couple more of these temperatures for us. Now we'll go to Atlantic City and see what the deal is here. Maybe a little bit crisper. DC at 30, 37 Belmar, Farmingdale, 32 Philadelphia, 40 in Wildwood. Let's go out to the East End, check out Montauk now. So 44 at Block Island, 38 East Hampton, 45 in Montauk already. 45 in Montauk already. Wow. Let's go to the Hudson Valley. We'll dial that in. We're looking at Monticello at 38, 39 in Poughkeepsie, 34. Again, remember those numbers were like in single digits in Monticello earlier, like Sunday, Monday. Wow. Big kick out. Special K would say big kick out. 38 White Plains, 35 in Bridgeport. All right, let's go back to our forecast now. So, again, very mild holiday weekend. Temps remain mild through most of next week. We do have some showers coming in Saturday evening into early Sunday morning, but this morning looks beautiful out there. Lots of golden sunshine across the entire tri-state area. There's your green light morning commuter forecast. green lights across the board for this morning as well as into the evening commute. There are your high temperatures for today, mid to upper 50s. I certainly would think that there could be a 60 spot somewhere, maybe inland New Jersey, in towards the Cherry Hill area, Freehold, maybe Edison or Princeton, Trenton, that section of the state. It's going to be a little bit cooler near the water, as you see Cape May at 51, 52 Iceland, 52 New Haven. So a little bit of a sea breeze coming off of the oceans is going to keep those temps down. I would think maybe someplace along the Jersey Shore into the upper 40s. But as you progress inland, once again into, Somerset, Warren County, parts of Morris County, looking at mid 50s to probably, I really think someone's going to put up a 60 spot, maybe getting closer to the Morristown area. It's going to be real challenge. It's going to be just because we have, sunshine is daylight is limited to, 4:43 or so now, give or take. This evening, increasing some clouds, but temps are still fairly mild here into the low 40s, upper 30s to low 40s across the board. Here are your weather threats. Again, it's really the timing of all this, probably sometime 5-6 o'clock on Saturday, New Year's Eve into early Sunday morning. So it looks like if you're going to the Times Square festivities or first night situation in your local community, or heading out for dinner or whatnot, you have to bring the umbrella for those festivities there. Again, how much rain we get, I'm not sure. If it's going to be a deluge or whatever, but I think it's going to be a fairly steady rain for most of Saturday evening, which is, if it goes into Sunday morning, then I'm thinking, could be certainly good luck, right? And then as they say, the Irish tradition is to open up the windows on New Year's Day, right at midnight, let all of 2022 out and let 2023 come on in, right? So, absolutely. So again, it ends early on Sunday. Monday, maybe a spot shower early in the morning, but then after that, Tuesday is fine. Wednesday, we have our next chance for showers. But as you look at these temperatures, you'd be hard pressed to think it's the first week of January. We think it's the first week of April in the spring. These are spring-like temps. 54 for tomorrow with those showers that are going to come in into the evening. Ends early Sunday morning. 55 for all of Sunday, which is, again, getting closer to 60, I think. Potentially, we may even see that. Let me just take my banner down here. Pardon me. 55 for Sunday, 53 on Monday. Real good-looking day there. Tuesday is good at 55, warming up, getting into 61 on Wednesday with some more showery activity coming in for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday could even push even mid 60s. I think that's probably the warmest of our 7-day. Cools off a little bit by this time next week into the mid 40s, kind of where we probably should be, or even probably above normal temperatures, even at 44. But again, get out and enjoy this spring-like weather. We don't have to worry about it. Look at the overnight lows here, 52, 51. So definitely mild conditions getting through this first into the new year and the first week of January. So, you haven't taken your outside decorations down, maybe Monday, or what you can do early tomorrow before the rain kicks in. But, maybe let things dry out on Monday and Tuesday, and you take down the outside decorations. You won't be disappointed. Get out and get some nice fresh air. So many people have colds and flu and whatever, it's just, being locked in the houses and everything else for the last 3 years, practically, kind of immunity and things like that has come down just a little bit for some, but get out and get some fresh air. And I think that'll help things out greatly. All right. So there's your 7-day weather forecast. And let's go to our sponsors here this morning. And I see Anna's comment there. I'm going to bring it in just a second. But let's do this here. Serena Williams for tennis. She ultimately retired, of course, but amazingly amazing longevity in the sport. Absolutely, no question about it. Serena Williams, certainly one of the best tennis players who ever has played. Mom says here, happy and healthy New Year to all of your viewers. Yes, to you, Dad, and everybody else. Happy New Year. Thanks for all the support this year on the big broadcast. And speaking of support, couldn't have really done the show without our support from our good friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Again, Ralph is shut down for the winter break, but he will be back on March the 3rd. That's when he's going to be back in town and setting up shop. So he'll be off for the winter. Well-deserved break for our friend Ralph, the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. I'll give you the phone number again, 908-272-3000. But you can call. You can certainly call if you want to leave Ralph a message to say hello or happy holidays, happy New Year. Go ahead. But he ain't there. So there's not going to be anybody who's going to pick up the phone until March the 3rd. But 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. Again, 908-272-3000. Head to his website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, for more information, as well as check out his Facebook page. Is probably the best way to find out exactly if that date changes from March the 3rd to another date for some reason. That will be where you'll get the most updated information, and certainly here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. For Ralph. And you know what? I may even reach out to Ralph on his winter break when he goes down to Florida for a couple of weeks, maybe like in February, early February, or maybe towards the end of February. Maybe we can get Ralph on the broadcast here live in the show, and right before he opens, and he can kind of give us a little preview of what he has coming up for the 2023 season, his 14th season out of Queens, New York. And we'll just show Ralph there. That's our other good buddy, Justin, who's given a lot of support to the channel as well. So we thank him. And he made a huge career move this year, going up to Boston, NBC 10 in Boston. And he's just absolutely destroying up there. He's just awesome, on all the time with the breaking weather coverage for the metropolitan Boston area, central and western Massachusetts. I mean, just really taking it to another level. So congratulations to him and Marissa and the kids and everybody. So I want to thank Justin and all the support he's given us here this year on the Tri-State Traffic Show. And again, there's our good buddy Ralph, who's now in some well-deserved R&R, going to be heading down to Florida. Let's go to, so again, thank you so much, Ralph, for all the support. Also, our friends over at the Shave Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283 is the phone number. And we thank everybody over there for all of their support as well. Came on to about mid-season or so as a sponsor. My guy Omar over there at the Shaved Cave does a really nice job for all your manly grooming needs, all your fades, your high tops, if that's a thing. Hot towel shaves. Again, it's a classic barber shop, and kind of what you talk about in the barber shop stays in the barber shop, that kind of a situation. So it's a lot of fun. They have the TVs, they have the games on all the time. They're big NBA fans, NFL fans. So every time I've gone past, the place is packed. So give them a call if you want a gift certificate or gift card. Certainly they can do that. 908-325-6283, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey. And we thank Alex, who's the owner, proprietor of the Shaved Cave, and Omar and all the fine fellas there for all the support. We also thank our friends out in Morris County here this morning for all of their support at Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. Looking for a quality, affordable used vehicle. Again, average new prices are pushing $45,000 plus. I think that's why the used car market is still, it's not as red hot as it was a year ago, but it's still fairly warm. So, in a lot of cases, it makes a lot of sense. You don't pay the depreciation off that first couple of years. A lot of times you can find a certified vehicle. In certain times, you can certainly get a nice warranty. Now, most of the vehicles here, if not all of them at Maxim, they're as is. There are no warranties for the most part, unless there's some outlier late model vehicle that still has some factory warranty left on it. But again, these are quality, affordable, used cars. Anthony and his son Nick, they handpick all the vehicles. It's a very, very small shop, so don't expect a huge lot of vehicles. There's only about 5 or 6 that are left here on the lot, and they may be on their New Year's break as well, and coming back to retool for 2023. So peruse the website and take a look at what they got. MaximotorcarsLLC.com, as we kind of run through some of it here. Again, affordable. Some of these cars, not gonna lie to you, have some higher mileage on them, but they're still in great shape. 12.9 for the Subaru Forester. Car's only 7 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe, depending on when the in-service date was. So, yeah, I mean, like a station car, an A to B car, first car for your teenage drivers. The safety equipment has come so far since my first car. But anyways, give Nick a call here, or Anthony. And again, they may be, if you're looking for something specific, they may be able to find it, because they go through the auction sites and so forth, and kind of just scan the best of the best for their shop. So there may be something that they may have access to certain databases to try to find a vehicle for you. Maybe you're looking for a specific specialty kind of vehicle. I don't really know per se that they do that kind of work, but certainly a conversation you can have. Again, very small shop, very personable, great guys. Nick and Anthony do a nice job here at Maxim Motor Cars. 973-620-9060, located in Morris County in Dover, New Jersey. Right off of Route 15 there. That's West Clinton Street. So we thank them so much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. And again, last but not least, is our good friend Darley Newman with Travels with Darley. Darley-Newman.com is the website. And I know that she posted here, I want to make sure I get it right. I believe it's January 7th is the debut of season 10. Let me just make sure that that is the case here. Yes, PBS starting January 7th. And the first episode is going to be in Quebec City, as we've been showing you the highlights there. So January 7 is a, what is that, a Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. A week from this Saturday is going to be the debut for Travels with Darley. And let's just see if we can bring that in here. There we go. Travels with Darley. This is on our Instagram page. So again, PBS kicking season 10 off with trip to Quebec, Canada. And again, there's Darley in the cool outfits and the costumes and the hats and so forth. So check it out on PBS, your local PBS station. Once again, next Saturday. Don't have a time because it's obviously different all across the country. But just maybe put that in your guide, Travels with Darley. And I'm sure you'll be able to go ahead and record that for your for next weekend. So again, that's Travels with Darley starting on January the 7th. So again, we thank her for all the support she's given us here at the Tri-State Traffic Show. And again, on the 11th, we'll have a lot to talk to Darley about, because the first episode will have aired already, which is good. If you have any questions for Darley, certainly send them over to us here at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. Again, tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. If you have any questions, any information you want to know about the travel world and maybe hot places to travel for 2023, send them over to tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. And we'll present those questions to Darley in my interview with her on January the 11th. Again, it's not live. It's going to be recorded. So we're doing it late morning is when she's available. But hopefully we'll be able to get about 45 minutes or an hour of a conversation with Darley. We're going to talk certainly about season 10, all the wonderful places that she's gone this year. Get a little background on Darley, how she got started with all of this, travel and her venture into TV. And again, some travel tips for 2023, maybe some of the hot destinations. And honestly, maybe, I'm going to ask her if that's a good time to start buying. If you know that you normally go to a certain place for the holidays every year, that maybe buying tickets, a year out, maybe you could save some money. I'm not sure how, I haven't really flown or traveled in quite some time. So I'm not quite sure exactly um, you know, when the best time to buy tickets are or book hotel rooms, or, if, maybe talk to her about the cruising industry as well to see how, if that's going to be a hot seller this year as more and more people get out and about. But again, we thank Darlie so much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Darlie-Newman.com. Certainly give her a follow on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. You'll get all the updated information. And again, she's very active on Instagram multiple times during the day, every day, with reels and pictures and all kinds of fun stuff. So it's definitely a lot of fun to watch her travels and social media. And again, we've kind of followed her travels for most of the summer. So we kind of have an idea of some of the destinations that she will be showing us in season 10, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of surprises as well for this upcoming season. So again, we thank Travels with Darlie for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All righty then. Let's do this now. We thank everybody for sponsoring everything. Let's take this out here. Come on. There we go. We're back to the maps, and I think we're going to wrap this up here in about 2 or 3 minutes. We'll just run down the incident pages once again for you. See what we got. This water main break on westbound 46 out in Rockaway, not going to cause a problem. Couple things here in New York. Thruway, broken down truck around interchange 7. Shoulders out on the broken down vehicle on the Sprain, broken down vehicle on Northway. Northern States, shoulder is out. Everything's out of the shoulder. There's really nothing exciting to talk to you about. Connecticut, we are still completely empty. We'll do the scan of the entire tri-state area. Everything is empty here. North Jersey, Central Jersey. There is nothing going on through Trenton, Jackson, Lakewood, Ocean County, Atlantic County, all the way down to Salem, Gloucester, Cumberland counties, 55, 40, Route 9, Cape May, Wildwood. I mean, it is just hard pressed to call it any kind of. Only traffic really is this BQE mess getting onto the promenade, westbound LIE here at Queens Boulevard and Van Wyck over by Hillside Avenue. Other than that, Cross Island is clear. Long Island is completely empty all across the board. So is Connecticut, as you saw it with the incident page. Hudson Valley doesn't get much better than this, all the way up towards Woodbury, Goshen, Monroe, Fishkill, Lake Carmel, Brewster, Mayapack. Mike from Mayapack, right? Sour shoes. West on the Cross Bronx, a little heavy at the Bronx River Parkway, and then the Bruckner South here getting into the RFK, but that's just through the long-term construction. All right, let me close out some of these maps. And let's do our transit piece now. So Pascagoula Valley line, subject of the 60-minute delays both ways of an earlier disabled train near Spring Valley. Okay, so that's a bit of an issue there. The corridor, cancel train from Jersey Ave. There's the Pascagoula Valley situation. River line, 612 departs from Trenton is canceled, and Hudsonburg and Light Rail sub 15-minute delays with signal issues, Bayonne, Hoboken. Let's go to Path now. Check this out. Nope, nothing there. Let's go back to the MTA. See what we got. We will still multiple changes on the E train. EF delays through Queens with electrical maintenance. Still have these delays here on the W. A lot of stuff going out in Queens on the subways. The rails, let's see, expect some delays to Harlem 10:15 because of speed restriction crossing gate issues, Valhalla, Hawthorne, New Haven, 6:45 is 15 to 20 minutes late getting into Grand Central. New Canaan line 15:20 because of the earlier train mechanical issues to Grand Central. And the delays in the Pascack Valley. Long Island Railroad is on or close to schedule. Let's finish up with the Hudson River crossings. And I failed to do this earlier, but there really was no need to because we're all under pretty much single digits across the board. Look at that. Eight minutes across the board. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, friends, I think we're going to wrap it up here for the morning. Let me just bring in my other app. Do. So again, I want to thank everybody who's joined us all year long, and thanks for all the support from everybody, the entire YouTube community, Facebook community, all my friends, family, everybody. We've had a magnificent and great year here in 2022. Looking forward to an even better 2023. Again, if you can, go to our YouTube page. Let's do the shameless plug. Why not, right? Let me just bring it in here. Tri-State Traffic Show. Bring that back up again. Works. Hopefully in the new year, we get the new computer. That would be nice. We got 126 subscribers. So we're going for 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. We're at 146. So let's try to do that, over to your New Year's parties. Maybe you can pass it along to some of your friends to go ahead and like and subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show. And if you can, like the videos as well. That helps the algorithm with YouTube. So please, if you can, that certainly helps us out. Myself and Jon Rocco there in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. So let's bring this over here. There we go. So if you can like and subscribe to the YouTube channel would be absolutely fantastic. All right, friends. So have a fantastic Friday. Have a very, very happy new year. Make it a safe and healthy new year. Again, if you're going to be having your parties or whatever, make that designated driver, just stay over, call an Uber, that kind of a thing. And again, be careful too, because the roadways are going to be wet on New Year's Eve. Slow it down. There's so many instances. People are speeding all over the place because there is no traffic. A lot, in some ways, traffic is good because obviously the slows things down. But again, be real careful Saturday night into Sunday. It won't be icy at all, but it'll be slippery, and thankfully some of the salt is still down from our cold weather event earlier in the week. So I think that's going to help with some traction. But still, if there's enough rain earlier in the afternoon, in the early evening, enough to wash a lot of that salt away, we could be in for some slippery conditions. So again, be careful. So again, have a fantastic Friday. Get out and enjoy this beautiful spring-like weather. Get some vitamin D, get some sunshine out there, get some fresh air. So a fantastic Friday. Happy New Year, everybody. Make it a safe new year, and we will see you back here on January 4th. Let me look at the schedule here. Where am I? Schedule. Yes, Wednesday, January the 4th. We will be back. So with that said, again, Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you in 2023.